Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How we're doing out there, cupcakes, on this gloriously glorious Wednesday afternoon. And you, Andy's Koi Puddle. Yes, I see you. Andy's Koi Puddle. Get along, give him a like, give him a subscribe, drop him a comment, tell him the Twisted One sent ya. Put a lot of dots on the end, he'll know what you mean. Give him some love. Anyway, I haven't picked up the camera much over the last couple of days. Monday I didn't really do a great deal. I did manage to get a final first coat of paint around all the woodwork on the ceiling woodwork of the overhang for the patio. We'll get there in the end. So everything on there's had a first coat. I've had a fiddle about with a couple of systems. I wasn't happy this morning. Well, I thought I'll give them a change, and instead of feeding the food that I am feeding at the moment, what I did was working overtime at the moment. Yeah, it's working overtime at the moment. I've even put an air stone in the centre of the pond just to try and help, because yesterday I did what I would normally do with the Pride and Joy koi food, and I fed them the amount that I feed the Pride and Joy koi food, as well as the black salt koi larvae that I've been giving them. I gave them some of this one in the same ratios that I was feeding with Pride and Joy koi food. It has cleared up to a degree now, but when I came down first thing this morning, fuck me, did my pond look like a snow globe, and I was not happy at all. And it's going to take all day, I reckon, to clear this mess up. The tempests have already had 2 double boils. I've gave the bottom drain line a bloody good purging, so I've taken a massive chunk of water out, and I think by the end of the day there's going to be another massive water chunk taken out. By the way, the drum is cleaning every sort of like 10-15 minutes at the moment. So yeah, that usually goes off every sort of like 35-40 minutes on the other food. Whoa, bring it back, sorry, my fingers are aching. Yeah, so with the other food, feeding the same amount, I still had nice clear water. Yeah. I've got bits floating about in the Tosai tank at the moment, and I know why I've got bits floating about in the Tosai tank at the moment, because I've not long done the filter. And the thing is, when I've got the filter on clean, with the amount of fish in there, they still generate the shit while you're cleaning. So there I end up, come this evening, it will be back to being absolutely crystal clear. But the thing is, I've been feeding that tank of the Nutrimare, but haven't really noticed the shit. And I mean, something I got a bit floating past now, and when you go to fish it out, it's all it's as if it is just slime. Oh, it's up on the surface now, been taken by the airline. But yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, as you can see, slimy shit, and a bit of a snow globe. So they're on the lettuce for the minute, but as you can see, you've got all the bit. It is all gonna need a second coat, but yeah, Not happy about that. That's got to get trimmed. They're doing all right in there. All I've got to do is give the mind your own business a bit of a trim. I mean, look, it's exploded down this end. It's really taken off down here. So this is almost chock full. And like I say, I know why I've got lots of bits floating around in there. Always happens after I've done an easy pod clean, and that's had 3 boils. Tempest has had 2 boils, so they've had a bloody good water change as well. But even with the fish that were taken out over the weekend, there is still a hell of a weight of fish in that pond. So for it to be able to maintain the clarity that it has been is can't argue at all. But first job is to I tried them again with a bit this morning, and as you can see, that's what's left floating. But the granule food, they get straight onto that once they know it's in the water. Here they come. But I'm just about to upset these because my first job is I want to get this piece of wood off. I want to get this piece of wood off because I want to rearrange the fold that's in here, because it's a big triangle fold and there's a big gap in there, and there is fish going behind there, and I don't want that. So I am going to try and eliminate the big fold, even if it means making lots of little folds that they can't sneak themselves into and then end up snuffing it and causing problems. Biochamber is boiling absolutely beautifully now, so I'm going to be testing out the new tool from Mar, a cordless silicone gun. I did give it a little squeeze yesterday. Was it Monday? And it came out a bit quick. I did have it on full speed. So, but yeah, going to get all this sealed up. I'll bang a big load of silicone round, and then I'll get some silver foil tape round it, just so I can get this bit closed in as well. So yeah, that's that plan. And then I really should go and spend some time in the front garden, because the front garden has been heavily neglected over the last month or so. Shame on me. But at the same time, I've got to go into the front. I've got to take the wooden furniture down because it's rotten, so I've got to take that down, take that apart, chop it all down into bits, and then chuck that in the car and take down to the farm for Lesser Spotted Ricardo for his burner at home. And the plants need a definite bit of work. The jasmine needs a trim, so I'm going to have to get the hedge cutter out, and the creeping Virginia or whatever, Virginia creeper or whatever it is, that's fucking exploded, so I want to get all that cut out as well because it's choking my jasmine. And at the same time, a couple of the acers are going to need a bit of work, and my pom-pom tree, I'm fucking disgusted. It needs major work. It's not very often I get lax on that one either. But take finger out of ass and get it done, Vincent, that's for sure. So on that note, I'm going to put you down, go back to my music. I'm selling my soul. Anyway, you don't need to hear me singing unless I'm singing. You spin me right round, Stubbsy, right round. And a big shout to my man Stubbsy. He's had an operation on his shoulder, and then it got infected, so he is in a world of hurt at the moment. So if you go across the Stubbs Aquatics, drop him a comment, send him some twisted love, even take the piss out of him, try and make him smile. Love ya. Your sexy body move. Well, this is turning out to be a bit of a fucking nightmare job already. Because it seems that fold goes all the way over to that corner over there. Well done, Vincent. Yeah, I never do things half, do I? You know, I've just had to pull apart the top of the shower because where I put the coniferous plants up there, I put some of the black horticultural gravel, big stuff, on there for them to sit on. Yeah, it clogged up, no flow. Just as this one was starting to clear. It's gonna be one of them days, isn't it? So yeah, we continue. Stir up a Turbo Springs. Metallica, old school. Well, I've done this end, and I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, yeah, back in those creases there. But who ever thought that textiles and home economics at school would help you out with a problem? Now, that huge great crease, well, there was actually 2 huge great creases in there to give me that perfect hospital corner. Now, had this been a rubber liner or something like the visqueen that I've used in the Frankenstein pond, the liner tape and the silicone would have held in place and it would have still been completely sealed. But because it's one of these shitty, cheapy woven liners that nothing sticks to. Oh, my shoulder's starting to ache. Put you back up here a second. That nothing sticks to, that is why the tape and everything has peeled away. So what I have done is I've created lots of little creases, but instead of them going inwards, I've done them so they go outwards, very much like when you pleat a skirt or top for a head for curtains, you know, when you got that scrunched up. So that's what I've done, and the reason I've done that is because yes, there is little folds, but they are little folds. They're not folds that a fish is going to get stuck into. Now, I pulled out about 4 carcasses that were about this big, and no sooner as they'd come out of the water, they started disintegrating. Who never knew that fish bones disintegrated? Yeah. And then I found one that was a good 5 to 6 inches. All I found was his head in the crease. So, ladies and gentlemen, the recommendation for today is, as much as they are cheap and they get you a pond pretty darn quick, if you want stuff to stick to it, you got fucking no way, absolutely no way. And it's a good job that I'm taking this down after the winter, much to everyone's chagrin. But I want what's best for the main pond. In saying that Tosai tank has become very much my enigma. The one that I had in here originally, in the old days, it was for. Sometimes drums can be a right pain in the fucking arse. You know that, don't you? Once I've finished over, I'm going to take the lid off of there because the UV, when you look through from the waste side, you can see the UV, and it's a complete line, and about 3/4 of it, from what I could see, it looks like it's got a biofilm on there. Now, I was led to believe that if you had the UV on right near the screen, it stops that from happening. So what I'll do is I'll go back and try and find the video when we put the UV bulb in and fired everything up, and see how long it is, because that screen was absolutely spotless when it went in. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if or what amount of biofilm is on the drum screen. Sorry, I've got showers on the mind at the moment. I think that one is going to be too big to put in that corner there on the toe side tank. So this will probably end up becoming part of the extras for the main pond. But let me spin you round. Hey, you Stubbsy, spin me round and round, baby, right round. And a massive shout to my man Pix the Koi for the new Twisted Koi intro. So yeah, we've got lots of little pleats, but they're not deep enough for fish to get stuck in. And I know it don't look pretty, but if it keeps the amount of fish that I put in there, then I'm all for it. Now, I think most of this corner is round that side. So I think what I'm going to have to do, and that for 26 degrees, that don't feel too bad. The only thing is I've got to make sure that that doesn't fall forward. Otherwise the shower will just fucking push itself behind there and then I'll be fucked. But yeah, I am thinking, well, as you can see, I've taken the polystyrene off because I'm going to have to get in there to do that one. And I'm thinking if I'm there doing that one, I might as well do this corner at the same time. That's all 4 corners done. And then without the insulation on there, it gives me a bit more light into the tank. So what I'm thinking is I might just chuck a couple of bits of wood across the back, stick it on the back wall, and then just fire it up and let it go, because it's bloody warm in here anyway, and I shouldn't need all this insulation. Mind you, that container, don't I feel warm? I don't know, I might put a bit back on when but I'm thinking of chucking it on the back there so we get a little bit more light in and room into the tank. They really don't know what's hit them at the moment, but what I am going to do as soon as I've finished piss-arsing around in there and fucking them out, I will put a dose of this in. The jury's still out at the moment. I put some in the pond and then I thought, what the fuck did you do there? The drum's only going to take it out in fucking an hour. So, question to those out there who have a drum system, that crack is driving me nuts. So, question for all you out there that have drum systems and use this complete pond detox. Do you put your drums on bypass, and how long for? Well, that's the shower out the way for a minute. And from what I can see in there, the Biofilm and the Alpha Grog is looking absolutely sweet. I haven't taken the lid off yet, but I will do. I've got to take this off now, and then I'll go and get into some shorts and I'll get this corner done, and then we will get the shower back in and running. But at least this way I can still keep the filter system running while I'm doing what I'm doing. Keep going around the surface with the stuff gets fucking everywhere. Horrible stuff. Bloody good insulation. Horrible for fucking your water. I mean, to the point, all the bits of polystyrene that were cut, when you get all the bits of polystyrene come off when you cut polystyrene, well, it was loads of that went into the bio chambers in the Munger tunnel. And every time I tried taking it out, I got told off because it's still bio now. You go for but yeah, he is right. He is right. Just it'll do a different thing to K1 or Alpha Grog, but there will still be a biofilm build up on there, and it will do a job. But yeah, a few more screws and then I've got to jump in with the babies.
Coming at you live from the Longblock tank. I've already had two go up my short legs. And it don't look pretty in here. Don't get me wrong. And I'm still pulling bits about left, right and centre. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create, there's going to be faults, irrespective, whichever way I look at it. But if I can stop them from getting stuck in creases, now I've got lots and lots of little folds, very much like a, well, look me, a completed skirt look like this, so I'd take it back to the fucking shop. But you get the idea, don't you? I'll tell you what, not bad in here actually, 28 degrees. I wouldn't have gone in there otherwise. That's the fucking job. I'm going to try doing it from the outside. And yes, I did try to find a couple more carcasses in the other folds, but literally as I opened the fold out, it's literally disintegrated. You can see what looked like a skeleton just go, yeah. So yeah, they would have been from the last lot before it got emptied. So yeah. So in that respect, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing it because it means that the ones I do bring home from the Bowl of Doom aren't going to get stuck in creases and they ain't going to cast it in there either. So I will probably end up picking up more bits of silicone on liner tape that's coming off. Probably be picking it up off the bottom drain for fucking weeks to come. But let me spin you round. So yeah, as you can see, lots of little folds, so that yes, they can come up inside the crease, but they can't get stuck anywhere. I'm just finishing off the back here and the corner there. These don't seem to be bothered. I think the only thing they're pissed off with, they can't hide behind no fucking creases now. So that is job done. Get out from under me, you little shit. But yeah, as you can see, usually they would be when I come over to the tank, they'd zip in down this fold in this corner here. But as you can see, they can't do that at this moment in time. So in that respect, it's a cracker. So I've got a couple more staples to put in. I can. I've got enough screws here to go. Oh, two. Fair enough screws that are in arm's reach, so I don't have to get out and get back in again because I want to get the wood in across the back there so I can get the shower back in and running. We're on the that's the second one today. Was that a point of Red Bull? But yeah, Longblock is looking a bit worse for wear. But like I said, get these last couple of bits in. And I've got this knocking up against them. I remember there's an air stone in there. So yeah, let's say a fish's perspective of Longblock. From there to there is the specials, £5 coin, and then we've got all the others. We don't see this in very often, do we? Hey, there you go. Fish's view of Longblock. And also, when putting the shower here, I should be able to access my tempest a lot easier. I think when I was showing Raphael around, he didn't actually realise that I had two tempests because you couldn't see it until I reached under and open the slide valve. So, love it. Well, that's 5 to 9, and I've just got it, so I'm just going to go and jump in some dry clothes, and then hopefully see if I can get the shower back up and running this evening. If not, it will be tomorrow. But it's done. It don't look pretty, but I want functional at the moment. Don't want pretty. And like I say, they're all matting around where the folds would normally have been. So it just goes to show you, doesn't it? So yeah, pick you back up in a minute.
The next day.
Well, good morning, my little fruit bats. Welcome back to Twisted Koi. How are we doing, cupcakes, on this overcast Thursday morning? You, Mixed Koi Pond, I see you. Yes, get across my Mick. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, drop him a comment. Tell my Twisted One send ya. No doubt it will tickle him pink. 100%. Well, it got a bit late last night, so I got that in position, and now I'm just making up some couplers with the blowtorch. I've already got one bit there. Now all I've got to do is glue it all in place, and then we can fire the shower back up. Now I do expect some shit to come out of the shower because it's just been sat there. So without further ado, I can't reach it. I will grab some media out and we will have a look at what it looks like as well. And then I am going to put polystyrene back around it just to try and keep some of the heat in, because I've cranked the air source heat pump up to 28. But it's done what I wanted to. They are all now visible in the tank because there is absolutely nowhere for them to hide now. So yeah, as you can see, there is absolutely nowhere for them to hide now. So it's done what I need it to do. Now all we need to do, like I say, get this bit of pipe work sorted, get it fired up, get it re-insulated, job done. This one could be put away. And then I think I should go out the front garden and have a go out there for the rest of the day. But I shall pick you back up when my self-made pipe work is all glued in place. Well, my little fruit cups, that is me finished in here for today now. All clean, tidy, done, dusted. I've got some wood out there to chop up, but I'll sort that out when I go out the front. But the tank is all up and running. It's still turning their nose up at the Nutrimare, but I'm going to leave it floating there. But I can use the piece of Perspex that I used for putting over the 1 metre bowl outside as a lid and just take it off during the day, so that's not a problem. I have re-insulated everything. Like I said, if I'm going to be sitting at 28 degrees, I really want it fucking insulated. So, but doing what I've done has worked the way I wanted it to. Because like I said earlier, when I first came down, I could see every single fish in there. Because they've got nowhere to hide now. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to... Anyway. Let me spin you round. I spin you. So yeah, as you can see, zoom it out. I've now got space to access my second Tempest a lot easier now. But yeah, all back up and running. Nice and cushy. I've got the air stone going at the back instead of the front now. And like I say, they get fed in this corner. But not bad for a 3,600 litre an hour pump. Ooh yeah. So yeah, on that note, I am going to put you down. I'm going to put this video together, and you will probably see me again Look at these. All wanting food, all wanting new homes. Get rid of sorry guy. The other gogi Shisui is going to my man Alex. Yeah, there's still some cracking fish in there. So yeah, next time you see me, I should be out in the front garden getting things that are a bit better looking than they are at the moment. I am a little bit upset with myself for the fact that I've let it go. But anyway, guys and girls, don't forget, on your way out, like, share, subscribe, and all that schmizzle. I'll be Twisted Koi. You lot out there, you know you're great. And like I said, we'll probably see you later on in the front garden.
That's all, cupcakes.
Yes, makes it all worth it.